It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's game 1 of the World Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox. Back now live as we count down to the start of game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
You know, they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 hole right now. He's coming off a multi-home run game, and he'll try and build off that momentum. We'll see if they try to approach him any differently throughout this game.
With a moment now, Richard Johnson will stand in for the first time here in this World Series, and you see the numbers. He's been as hot as anybody around.
Maybe the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
Line drive to left. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, he's going to wind up with an RBI on this ball, but I got to think that he was imagining extra bases after this ball left his bat.
Richard Johnson stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always you square one up. You hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Peterson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And with 2 away here in game 1 of the World Series, Steven Souza stands in following an RBI single his first time through. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Hit on the ground to short. Johnson has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Starlin Castro.
Nick Castellanos heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Joaquin Ibarra will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And he'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
Yeah, you know what?
Richard Johnson will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the offer so far.
Let it fly, baby.
Smoke the other way. High and deep to left. Looking up is Souza. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series. And the White Sox will move out in front 4-1.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing. And sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Steven Souza will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
The 0-1 pitch. Bounce to first. Oh, and this goes right past him. Throw into third. And he is in there. Richard Johnson will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. And the Sox keep pouring it on. This is extra bases as well. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun.
one time right now, kid. Here we go.
Lee Bartlett steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
Richard Johnson stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
Here comes the 0-1. This is line to left. And he will make the catch just shy of the track in the inning. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the ninth is set to get under. Fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Richard Johnson will stand in, coming off a great performance in the Game 1 victory.
And he really is the X factor in this lineup. If he can stay, they're going to have a good chance of pulling this thing out.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a two-out double.
Well, you know, it's never too late to get a first-inning rally started. This one's going to find the gap for two bases, so now at least to give your cleanup guy a shot to maybe drive in that first run of the game.
Lee Bartlett will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Puig is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Jock Peterson stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. On the ground to the left side. To his left, Villafuerte. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Richard Johnson walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time out, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch,
Lee Bartlett is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
He's going.
Runner goes for second. Hit hard on the ground to second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit.
All right, you're here.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with two away. So striding in, number 32, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-2 ball game. And now time will be called. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Glenn. He reached on a single in his first try. Hit to short. To his left, Johnson. On to first, and there were two down.
Now batting, third baseman
Jim Wolf will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. Throw to first to get him easily, and the side is retired. Settling in now, Richard Johnson, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Hey, get on fourth here.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second home run of the series, and it's given the White Sox a 4-2 lead.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough.
Richard Johnson steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home.
Right here, find the ball.
And the run is in to score from second. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores. Lee Bartlett gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Here it comes on 1-1. Hit hard to short. Gloved by Castro. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire. Nearly back. Richard Johnson will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Here's a drive toward the gap in right center, and that's going to split the alley for extra bases. 1 run scores. 2 runs have scored. And the run will score all the way from first. And would you believe it? It's a triple to give him the cycle. And the ball's waiting for him, and he's out at the plate. Starlin Castro will step in. A ground-out victim as last time.
There we go, one.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first, and now the Dodgers are down to their final out. Number 88 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet.
Yeah, we got 2 down.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have held serve here at home. They take games 1 and 2 of this series as this one is over.
Yeah, this is one that wasn't exactly keeping you on the edge of your seat, but if you're a fan of offense, then you had to enjoy it. And they get the victory here by a double-digit margin.
Well, this this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. When you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. It was the hardest ticket to get in these parts in ages, and the folks that are packed into this place are making an impact already. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Now a moment here to check out the...
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch two-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Johnson.
He's set. Here it comes. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. DK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
Wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Line toward the alley in left center. In there, a base hit. Long throw to third.
Come on, get out.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double.
Lee Bartlett will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, you know some guys just love being on that big stage. And he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it mattered the most.
Victor Rivas will get his first opportunity here, and if you go by the numbers, it's been a disappointing start to this World Series for him so far.
Yeah, he really hasn't gotten on track, and I think you have to give some of that credit to good pitching.
Hold
he's really been
right
a bit of a non-factor.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Into the box now, Joaquin Ibarra. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Chopped weakly to the left. And he's set down, one away. Settling in now, Richard Johnson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double.
Up next,
and he's doubling his pleasure already. 2 at-bats so far, and now 2 doubles. He's looking like he's...
Right guy, right spot.
Coming to the plate now, Lee Bartlett. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. Around third and being waved on home.
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Just a great at-bat there. He fell behind early. He worked it back to 2-2.
Ready now, Richard Johnson, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly, buddy.
Hit hard on the ground to second. A bare hand for one. On to first, and they turn the double play. Joaquin Ibarra will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Hit on the ground to short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Richard Johnson comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
And this is into the alley, and he might be looking at his 3rd double of the game. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up.
Lee Bartlett comes forward now, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle.
Find a way to get it done. That's what it's all about right here. Give your guys a chance to make something big happen.
Victor Rivas stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time.
And now a ball hit pretty well down that right field line. This has some carry to it, and it is gone. Home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. His 2nd home run of the season.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now,
Richard Johnson, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive, and give the next guy a chance as well.
Lee Bartlett steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ballgame, Matt. Now, you might be looking at this at.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end.
Yasiel Puig is set to try his luck now with 4 runs already across and a chance to make it 5 right here.
And you know he's walking to the plate just licking his chops. Everybody else has made it look so easy, so he should have plenty of confidence in the box right now.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. And, fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Richard Johnson. We'll dig in now, coming off one of the best offensive performances we've seen in a World Series game for quite some time.
Oh, really just a game for the ages there. He put on a one-man show, and you can bet he probably won't see the same kind of pitches that he saw last time out. He'll be a lot more careful when he's at the dish.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces.
Damian Marcus will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, you know some guys just love being on that big stage, and he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it matters the most.
Souza has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner, and he will score on the sacrifice. Russell Palucci, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson is going to have room out there as he puts this away to into the box. Richard Johnson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Puig is there. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with Richard Johnson digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second, and not in time as the second run scores. Damian Marcus stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Sent on the ground out to second. To his left, Ibarra. A spin and a throw. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
When you're already losing.
Richard Johnson ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Back goes Puig. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of this series. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Yasiel Puig will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Boy,
Richard Johnson will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run in the ball game, and on cue. Here it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Left field and deep. Souza going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
First baseman number 21.
Well, this is really a laser right here. You're going to see it pretty much go right.
Damian Marcus gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Chopped weakly to the left. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So coming to the plate, Russell Palucci, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
Jansen's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that. Dennis Soria will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Softly on a line to third, but little trouble handling this one down there at third as that man left. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
Getting set for what should be nothing short of an epic battle. It's the pivotal Game 5 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Richard Johnson will dig in now, coming off one of the best offensive performances we've seen in a World Series game for quite some time.
Oh, really just a game for the ages there. He put on a one-man show, and you can bet kind of pitches that he saw last time out. He'll be a lot more careful when he's at the dish.
Souza is under it. He's got it, and there are two down now. So striding in, number 69, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
Like you can, come on.
High, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. His fourth long ball of this series. And the White Sox will move out in front 4-1.
Well, coming into this year, it had been a while since we'd seen a World Series Grand Slam. There's only been one since 1998. And you have to go all the way back to Paul Konerko for the two.
Richard Johnson will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Hot shot on the ground is short. The second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4. Richard Johnson will stand in here again, and as he does, it's a good time to flash you back to the third inning of the ball game as you take a look at his grand slam. Obviously a key blow early on. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw, and they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch. Richard Johnson is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Souza going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. Leading off the inning, Starlin Castro, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late. So they
drilled on the ground is short. A dive. He's got it. Got him.
No problem.
The third baseman, number 9.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Richard Johnson stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. He pulls this one into right. Puig is going to have room out there as he puts this. Richard Johnson will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double. Dennis Soria digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging. Settling in now, Will Berg. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ripped on the ground to first. First right. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up now. Damian Marcus digs in, and he'll try to improve on a 1-for-5 effort thus far.
Yeah, and you know, guys, the difference between a 2-for-6 and a 1-for-6 is a big deal. So let's see what he can do here.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. Now a 7-6 game.
So smart here at the plate. You can see he's not trying to hit the ball out of the park. There are times for that, but here.
Well, one thing's for sure, this city is going to be rocking tonight. This place is going crazy right now, and for good reason. Their guys are the new champions of the world.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over.